What it do, peeps? It's the Beat Chef for Watch the Damn Tape. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe button. Hit that bell to get notified when I drop my next video. New subscribers, I thank you for joining. Hope you enjoy the content, and I hope you love WNBA action. To my old subscribers, my diehards, my day ones, I appreciate you. Thank you for helping me build this platform and continue to push this WNBA conversation. Let's get into this damn game. Fever, Aces. Both of them came in 8-8. Both of them needed a win. Both of them in sort of a transition, trying to find themselves. I said early in the season, with the veterans that the Fever had, it would take about 15 games for them to start clicking. Actually, the Caitlin Clark injury was kind of a blessing in disguise. It forced them to have to learn how to play together and elevate themselves without having an elite player. That being said, this week it's been a good start to the week. Commissioner Cup game was a glorified exhibition, but you were playing one of the other elite players, in my opinion, in the Visa call. You got to win there. They played the Aces. The Aces got the other elite player in the league, A'ja Wilson. So to beat the Aces without Caitlin Clark, and they have A'ja Wilson and 3 other freaking all-stars, not to mention 3 other Olympians on the team, is huge. And in the fashion in which they destroyed the Aces, 81-54. This was huge. This was huge. And before I get into the game, but I'd like to just really recognize Kelsey Mitchell, the VVS goated standing on business player of the game. Kelsey Mitchell, over the last 4 games, 4 regular season games, Kelsey Mitchell averaging 32 points, shooting 54%, blazing. And the key thing, not the points being aside, points is awesome. 32, she rolling. 6 assists. 6 assists. That stuck out to me more than anything. Kelsey Mitchell is facilitating, finding people, and she's finding them because she's getting to that damn hole and she's opening up. She hit some passes last night. She fed Howard on a dribble drive that was a masterpiece coming baseline. It was like watching NBA Jam. I mean, it was video game worthy. Kelsey Mitchell balling. VVS go to player of the game. I get that out the way first. This was a 27-point beatdown, shellacking. And it started out early. Aliyah Boston, very aggressive to start. And I said in the short, Aliyah Boston needed to get at her big sister. A'ja Wilson. I mean, I get it. Y'all went to South Carolina, y'all alumni. Y'all won a national title. Who cares? Get in her ass. And Aliyah Boston took it to A'ja Wilson early. And that noise A'ja Wilson talked the last game, you always flopping. She wasn't flopping this time. She was popping. Mid-range, she was popping. She was taking it to that paint. She was getting physical. She was getting it was a sight to see. And you need to see more of it every game. Every game, Aliyah Boston should bring it. Don't have no fear. Go in there and battle. Ball movement. The ball movement in this game, man, everybody was either moving without the basketball or they were passing. It was crisp. It was nice basketball. It was good to see. It wasn't a bunch of people standing around waiting. They go on a 6-0 run to start the quarter. It got up to 17-7 at one point. Vegas made a nice run, and they got it to 19-14. And then Boston hit a jumper to put it up 21-14. Aces were shooting like shit in the first quarter. I ain't gonna lie. 27% from the field. Horrible. And had good looks. But the Fever were playing scrappy defense. Lexi Hull For everything I said about Lexi Hull and Unrivaled, she probably by far benefited the most from playing in Unrivaled because it got her a chance to work on her lateral quickness and guarding players one on one. And in Rival, that's what you had to do. You had to. Unrivaled was like basically like training camp. And if it's one person that seems like she's always in shape, is Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull, one of the biggest beneficiaries of playing in Unrivaled. Tip top shape even now, even playing those games, tip top shape and can defend. I mean, defend and still get some buckets, but the defense, Lexi Hull's defense is top notch. That was huge in that first quarter. The second quarter was probably one of the most dynamic quarters that I've seen the Fever play thus far in the season, especially from a defensive standpoint. It's like everybody was involved. Michaela Timpson was getting involved. Guarding Jackie Young, causing turnovers. It was good to see the rookie get some quality minutes, and they're going to need her versatility going forward. They need some more front court help. Not sure what they're going to do about Breonna Turner. That July 13th is looming. July 13th is the point where you can axe a person with a unprotected contract and bring somebody in. I'm looking for them to. It's time. It's time. They need to stop BSing. Get that girl off the roster. UPS is hiring. It's time to move Breonna Turner. You gotta get some front court help. Help anybody. A warm body, anybody. Kitley, get Kitley, anybody. I don't care who you get. Just get about it. Get tired of seeing Breonna Turner, the only person on the team to not score a point in this game. She got the bagel cream cheese with bacon and two over easy eggs on it. She got a whole bagel sandwich. She sucks. I'm sorry. Second quarter starts off. Asia Wilson's on the bench. She's getting her shoulder worked on, and I told you, Aliyah Boston was about that action at first. She was taking it at her big sister. She was taking it at her. Asia Wilson's getting that shoulder worked on. The Fever go to effing work. The best center in the league out the game. You're not just shooting jumpers like you would in a normal situation. They're going to the rack and they're attacking, getting buckets. They get what I thought was the most pivotal thing in the second quarter is they got them in the bonus early. Every time they got touched, free throws, free throws, free throws. Boston, Boston, in this quarter, Boston picked up her second foul. Asia Wilson came back into the game at the 6 minute and 24-second mark and went right at Aliyah Boston. I was like, damn, she didn't waste no time. This was like two siblings watching two siblings fight in this game. Big sister and little sister. And little sister was not having that shit today. Was not having. She went right at her. Aliyah Boston picked up her second foul. Mitchell starts lighting them up. Threes. Hitting the rack. Like I said, she dishing nice to Natasha Howard. Natasha Howard's balling. Fever shooting 64 freaking percent in this quarter. I mean, lighting it. I mean, killing it. Got in the bonus early. Chelsea Gray picks up her third foul. The backcourt, the backcourt for the Aces played. They were playing like Angel Reese. They were hitting some. They were shooting some shots that weren't drawing iron, clanking, missing layups. All the entire team. Stokes was missing layups. They were missing easy baskets in this quarter. Fever closed the half 25-7 run. The Aces scored their 22nd. This is how bad it was. They scored their 22nd point at the 4 minute mark. They scored their 24th point in the quarter at the 2 minute mark. Side note, The last minute of the quarter was annoying as hell. Ari McDonald fumbles the ball out of bounds. Clearly obvious play. Becky Hammond has to challenge. This challenge takes so freaking long. Takes so freaking long to get done. They get it done. Aces get the ball back, turn the ball over. I mean, get the ball. They win the challenge. They get the possession. Go down. Asia Wilson goofs up, goes back, and you could see if the players want to fight for anything, fight for a referee camp, a better referee camp. That last minute of this quarter was some of the worst officiating ever. Ever. That's what the players need to be fighting for. Second half starts. Excuse me. Second half starts. First possession. They go right at Aliyah Boston. Boop, foul. That's her third. Next possession. Go right back at a short time later. 8 minutes, 45 seconds into the third. Bam! Fourth foul. She go right to the bench. Now, I've mentioned on many videos, Aliyah Boston will get in her own head with them officials. She gonna have to work on that. She got a attitude problem, and when her attitude goes south, her game goes south with it. But luckily, Kelsey Mitchell said, "Girl, I got you." And Kelsey Mitchell went to work, and Timpson came in the game. They go on a 6-0 run. Kelsey Mitchell is killing. She playing like she should have been in the Olympic game. I mean, ball. I mean, acrobatic. Ari McDonald's driving, dishing. They clicking on all cylinders. And you sitting there like, damn, have they finally figured it out? And they have. Becky Hammond does another one of these damn challenges. Asia Wilson picks up her third foul. They reverse it. Vegas starting to make a little move. And you're thinking, oh shit. Is this going to be like that last game? They cut the lead to 13. Mitchell comes right back and pops a three. Sophie Cunningham, who had some goofs in this quarter, missed on a tip-off, missed one of the easiest layups you'll ever have, blew it. Missed a jumper in the corner, airballed it. But she gets a steal, layup, and they start making a move. That steal pushes the lead to 59-39. They whooping ass with cheese. 3 minutes left, 3 minutes 7 seconds left in the third quarter. All this going on without Boston. They end the quarter 68-47. And you're like, okay, you gotta finish the game. Fourth quarter starts. They still pounding. Boston gets tied up with Asia, and she falls kind of awkward, and she gets up and she don't look like she in the best of condition. But hopefully that's minor. They still putting it on the Aces. And around the 6 minute 30-second mark, down in Texas, we got this Mexican restaurant. Well, we used to have a bunch of them. It's called Ponchos. And at Ponchos, you raise your flag when you want more food. And then once you're done, you lower the flag. Well, see, the Fever raised the flag on the Aces. And the Aces said, man, we don't want no more. No, we don't want no more. And the Fever like, you sure, motherfucker? You sure? You sure? We got this work. Becky Hammond said, no. She pulled all the starters. I seen all their little butts walk off. They did it slick too. Chelsea Gray walk off, Jackie Young walk off, Jewel Lloyd walk off. The last person to walk off, Asia Wilson. And I was like, yeah, that's that payback for that noise you was talking about to Aliyah Boston last game about the flopping. Starters lead the game. It's over. It's over. It's over. Benches go in. Aces get get an ass whooping with cheese. Fever get a big win, a much needed win. But folks, the one thing that the one thing the difference now than a couple games ago. If you just go look, you go look at how the Fever been playing. The games in which they have low turnovers and high assists, they win. They win. Against the Aces, 24 assists, 12 turnovers. In the Lynx championship game, 20 assists, 14. Against the Wings, 23 assists, 11 turnovers. The Sparks game was the one where they were selfish. That was when Kelsey Mitchell played hero ball. 13, 13 assists, 13 turnovers. You got an L. The two anomalies were that Aces game and that Valkyrie game, because they had 20 assists against the Valkyries and 16 turnovers. And if you remember, that's when they were pressing. Hero ball was kicking in tough against the Aces and the Valkyries, and they lost both those games. Against the Aces, they had 23 assists and had 16 turnovers. L's. Liberty, when they played the Liberty, when Caitlin Clark had the monster 38 seconds of 3-point barrage, 25 assists, 12 turnovers. Against the Sun, 19 assists, 15 turnovers. That's the thing that's different now than it was when Clark was playing. The other players aren't standing around. They're active. Now they need to continue that when she gets back. But things that Caitlin Clark's going to have to work on is in the off season, they made mention that Stephanie White was having uh, Caitlin Clark play without the ball, play off the ball, and people were pissed. Stephanie White, more than anybody, knows how to go at Caitlin Clark. Hell, she was with Connecticut. Common sense would tell me that the stuff that Caitlin Clark's going through, she should be already prepared for this shit. I'm dead ass serious. All the 94 feed, the trapping, she should be used to this. This should be nothing. They have men that go in these practices and play with these women. Caitlin Clark should be used to the pressure by now. The other players should be used to the pressure. So when Caitlin Clark comes back, at times Caitlin Clark needs to play off the ball. Ari McDonald needs to bring the ball up. Kelsey Mitchell needs to bring the ball up. You got to start giving these teams other looks. You can't just inbound the damn ball, give it to Caitlin Clark, and have her just of just running everything on every possession. This little stretch without Caitlin Clark has shown this team that, hey, yes, we can step up. Yes, we have playmakers, particularly Kelsey Mitchell. Ari McDonald is a playmaker. Use your other playmakers and take some of the pressure off Caitlin Clark. Notice in this game, it was back to pure basketball. Jackie Young, in that first Aces game, she pressed Caitlin Clark's butt damn near every play. Every play. They failed to make adjustments. So, Caitlin Clark's going to have to make adjustments. Stephanie White's going to have to make adjustments. They can use this time right now to get Caitlin Clark fully 100% healthy, because one thing when Caitlin Clark comes back, one thing that Caitlin Clark is going to have to do, she is going to have to play defense. 3-pointers be damned. This team has already shown us how the way they're currently constructed. Half-court team that can run when needed. They get buckets off of executing, and that's all they have to do. If you look at the losses they had to the Valkyries, the Aces, and the Sparks, each one of those losses, they did not execute. They did not play defense at crucial times at the stretch. Every other game, they did it. This 3 games that they've won, not even with the Lynx game, they've executed on offense, crisp passing, people moving, not standing around. That's also going to have to be something Caitlin's going to have to work on. You're going to have to get your teammates involved in other ways to where they're moving, and you're going to have to get moving. That's it. That's what it's going to be. The other thing that I see that's different, they don't have that damn albatross on their damn backs in Dewana freaking Bonner. The mental gymnastics that they had to go through during the early part of June, you can tell it's behind them. They were on the court. They were having fun. They were laughing. They were cutting up. Hell, even Nalissa Smith was cutting up with Aliyah Boston at the free throw line uh, on a box out. It's back to having fun, and everybody's contributing. Everybody's enjoying the fun, and that's the biggest thing I saw. Moving out the basketball defense, and they damn sure rebounding like crazy, and they getting in that paint. They had 28 points in the paint in the first half. They ended up with 38. Like I said, they called the dogs off. Becky Hammond said no more, but they would have had more points in the paint. But these last few games, they're averaging almost 30, over 35 points in the paint. That's it. That's the recipe for them to win and get way above 500 and get back in the standings. Let's check the standings real quick. Let's see where they stand, because at the beginning of that game, the Aces were in the 7th spot and they were in the 8th spot. Mystics lost last night as well. So, yep, Indiana 7, the Aces are 8, and the Mystics are 9. So it all just flipped. So yeah, they got the Valkyries. They got the Valkyries coming up this month. Going to be a pivotal game. And they're just right behind the Valkyries. The Valkyries are 6th seed. Right now, Indiana's the 7th seed. So things are looking on the up and up. They need to take care of business on Saturday against them damn Sparks and get some revenge on that team. And just put your foot on their neck. 4 quarters. Foot on neck. No let off. All gas, no brakes. But let me know your thoughts on the game. Leave your comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, folks, peace.